The man had just touched a luxury car parked on the side of the road when, unexpectedly, the driver of the car grabbed his shoulder and began yelling at him. Upon hearing this, Dio immediately placed his hand over the driver's, and in the blink of an eye, he snapped the driver's arm. He then slowly stepped into the car. The wealthy man inside, seeing this, didn't show fear. Instead, he grinned and warned Dio not to push his luck. However, the next moment, Dio shoved his finger into the man's mouth and yanked out his teeth. In pain, the man immediately wanted to deal with Dio, but before he could react, Dio pinched his nose and threw him into the driver's seat. Terrified, the man wanted to jump out of the car and flee, but as soon as he leaped out, he found himself back inside the car. Stunned, he tried again and again, but no matter what he did, he kept returning to the car. At this point, Dio ordered him to drive and chase after Huajingyuan and Joseph. Realizing the extent of Dio's power, the man hesitated for only a second before starting the car without question. But just then, they ran into a traffic jam. Surprisingly, Dio told him to drive onto the sidewalk. Terrified, the man dared not resist, so he closed his eyes and slammed the gas pedal. Before long, they caught up with Huajingyuan and Joseph. Seeing this, Huajingyuan immediately summoned Hierophant Green to launch a gem-based attack on Dio. However, to his shock, Dio simply blocked the attack with a single finger. Huajingyuan froze, not knowing how to respond. Before he could react, Dio's stand, the world, appeared right in front of him and sent him flying with a single punch. Though Huajingyuan didn't harm Dio, he quickly realized the basic characteristics of Dio's stand. It was very similar to Jotaro's, only capable of close-range punch attacks. Meanwhile, Joseph noticed that Dio's car had come to a stop. Huajingyuan, hearing this, immediately turned around to check. The next moment, the wealthy man from Dio's car was thrown at them, causing their vehicle to lose control. It crashed into a nearby building, followed by an explosion. Seeing this, Dio walked slowly toward the scene. To his surprise, there were no signs of the two men in the wreckage. Dio looked up, only to find Joseph using Hermit Purple to pull Huajingyuan to the rooftop. As Joseph prepared to lead Huajingyuan to escape, Huajingyuan refused and said he already had a way to defeat Dio.